What's happening, sports fans? Welcome to another edition of the San Diego Prep Insider Football Podcast. I am your third-string quarterback host, Christian Pedersen. This is Noah. This is Grossmont. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Chase Carlo, insider.
Chevelle Sterling Jr., number 5. Grossmont, running back.
That's a long title.
Julian Senderlin, number 22, DN. Cooper Zollner, number 55, D tackle.
All right, so we're here with the Foothillers today. We're going to get to talk to these guys a lot. We got RBU. No Tommy, so no guarantees on this being a good show or not. We're gonna
Miss you, Tommy.
We're gonna run that no huddle offense, get out of here as quick as possible. So guys, let's start with the top 10. We'll start as always with the teams receiving votes, and that's actually kind of why we're here. Grossmont back in the conversation. They are in the teams receiving votes. Valley Center, San Diego, and El Camino also getting votes, but not cracking the top 10. Let's talk about top 10 there. Number 10, Saints. You beat Madison. Back in that conversation. Number 9, Lincoln. Number 8, Ramona. You guys ever think Ramona would be back in that top 10 this year? They're kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they're kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're sleeper team.
San Marcos, number 6, Bishops, Madison, La Costa Canyon, Torrey Pines, Helix, Mission Hills.
I messed up on that.
I messed up. No, I messed up. I threw you off. Math, not my strong suit. Let's just leave it at that. So guys, you guys are charged. You took a tough loss to Bishops, but in the long run, Bishops has wound up being a very, very good team this year. Now you're back in that conversation though. Huge win last week. Tell us a little bit about how the season's been going for you.
The season, it's been going pretty well. Obviously, we'll like to have those 2 losses back and turn them into wins, but we can't. But we just take one game and go to the next one and just go out and play our best every single Friday. So, I mean, it's going pretty good, I can say.
You guys feel like things are starting to really click and you're playing your best ball now?
It kind of took a while because we started off slow some of those games, but now we're starting to get that back, click a little bit, and just come more together as a team.
Hey, it happens to the best of them. This is a year where we really do not have any unbeaten. We have 3 unbeatens left in this top 10. Ramona and Bishops, you can make an argument if you want for them having a little bit easier side of a schedule. Mission Hills, obviously, the runaway favorites because they have had a tough effort. They're owning up to it. But this is a topsy-turvy year where you guys 2 losses very well still could be in the open division conversation, could be making some waves. Let's just say that a lot of us did this, then just threw our top 10s away after last Friday with that Saints-Madison game, just throwing us all in for a loop. That brings us to game balls. You want to talk about Saints-Madison? Take it away, Noah.
All right, so first game ball is a 2-player game ball for 2 players. Tyson McWilliams and Angelo Peraza, 2 sophomores in a big game against previously top 3 football team in San Diego. And, just to step up, being a sophomore playing varsity, the game's so fast, it's really hard to, get a feel for it. And for those 2 guys to step up in a big game like that and take a dub, Tyson McWilliams, he had a pick and a fumble recovery, and then Angelo Peraza being the quarterback. Like, come on, being a quarterback in a game like that, not, falling under pressure, handling it.
It's safe to say that the new generation for Saints is there. Like, this is not a senior-heavy team with 1 or 2. So we're looking at Saints is coming back with a vengeance.
Definitely. So shout out to them that they're gonna get a game ball. Junior Mac Bingham, 131 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns against Oceanside.
Wow.
When you run the rock like that, you're definitely gonna get a big game ball.
We got to get an RBU with you and Mac Bingham because the 2 of you might be the most tanky people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you that might not follow all of our baseball content and all that other spring sports stuff, Mac put a ball over Del Mar Heights Road, which it goes left field at Torrey Pines, then about 15 feet of trees and stuff, then Del Mar Heights Road. He hit it over Del Mar Heights Road. So this kid
he's legit.
Strong.
He's an athlete. That man's an athlete, and he's gonna get a game ball this week. Junior running back Ryan Kilpatrick, big game for Cathedral, 252 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. He was playing Madden on rookie on Friday, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Point Loma's Josh Ball, 113 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. In an offense that's talking about Malik Moore and Kyle Grady.
This guy.
Man.
What's up? Go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone out there.
I'm Josh Walla. I play receiver, senior, number 2.
Very nice.
So yeah, Josh Ball, and that's my last game ball.
All right, so I'm going to give game ball to Westview, 37-36 over Poway in overtime.
Wow.
That's dicey. 2 overtimes. My apologies for underselling that, Westview. Valley Center 37-21 over San Pasquale. That one was kind of for first place in the D3 race. So San Pasquale, Valley Center taking down a great team there. Modern Day 21-0 over Bonita. This is a Modern Day team that started off with a couple big losses, and people I think were hitting that panic button. They've righted the ship. They're a 4-win team now. They're going to make that D2 playoffs nice and confusing because they could get in there as a 6-4 team and make some people's lives, a little tough. Mount Miguel 58-9 over El Cajon Valley. That's anytime you close in on that 60 mark. That's kind of
when your offense is putting up numbers like Grossmont usually does.
Yeah, you guys did that to Hilltop and a couple other teams this year where you put the pedal through the bottom of the car and just started driving that one off. So that'll do it for our game balls. Josh, now that you're here, we didn't give you a chance to kind of get the floor. For people that maybe, there's a lot of decisions where you can go on a Friday night. If people have a Friday free, why should they choose Grossmont?
I mean, this Friday we got Steel Canyon. I mean, if you go in any of the other Grossmont League games, I mean, Helix will probably get the dub as usual, and I feel like this league game will be very competitive and it's going to be very entertaining. I feel like, of course, we're going to go in thinking we're going to win, knowing that our game plan and how we're going to execute it, but I feel like Steel Canyon's going to bring it as well.
They've just had a weird ability to kind of hang around in games. And I mean, you talk about
everybody tough.
You take that Granite Hills one that Granite wins on a weird touchdown pass in the last second, and you flip some of those, and Steel Canyon's in the conversation for maybe a top 10 team. So absolutely come check that out. All right, you guys gonna help us out on our game predictions?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Noah remains in first place with 27 points. Tommy is in second place with 23. Our guest judges are in third place with 22. I will not put my score up on that board because sometimes you gotta believe in the underdog, man, even if they're not gonna win.
I have been struggling lately, but I'm gonna even though I'm in first, I'm still gonna strive for better.
Okay, so first game we got Lincoln. They got a ground and pound. Kenyon Sims. They're taking on the air raid of Christian. So let's get a game pick and then an over/under on whether or not there will be 300 points scored in this game. Noah, let's start with you on winner.
You got, like I said, air attack versus ground and pound, but don't forget Lincoln has a quarterback too over there. Feel me? So I feel like, they got a defense.
They've got 22 guys. Look at that. That's how you play football.
We went to Lincoln for a podcast earlier this year, and I could just tell, they have that dog mentality. They're ready to go on Friday night. Doesn't matter who they're playing, what type of stats the other team puts up. I got Lincoln in this one. I think they're gonna get a big win.
All right, we don't have to ask everyone, but just kind of we'll go. Well, actually, we'll go quick.
Lincoln, gotta go.
My boys in Lincoln.
My boys, man, Lincoln.
I'm gonna go Lincoln.
I like the air raid. Give me Christian. I just think that there's something to be said about, yes, Kenyon Sims can jump over people, and that's something that I can never do even in my dreams. But I mean, Brad Jeremiah has put up 400, 500 passing yards every single week, and when you've got the ability to spread the ball out and make those quick strikes, in the long term, I would take that over relying on a Kenyon Sims to bust out 80-yard runs. But that being said, I'm probably going to be wrong because all the actual football people here in the room have picked Lincoln, so we'll keep moving on. This one is going to be down in the South Bay. They call it the Kiwanis Bowl. Hilltop, Chula Vista. You guys got a first-hand view of Hilltop. Chula, though, they took down Morse. They played Eastlake close. They did. Wow. Yeah. I'm not wrong on factual things. I might be wrong on picking, but I'm not wrong on reading scores. So, who wins the Kiwanis Bowl?
I'm gonna have to say Chula. Coach, shout out to Coach Bannister over there. He's doing a great job turning that program around. The ability that they beat Bonita this year, where Bonita's in the top league in South Bay, and Chula's in the bottom in the lower league, but they still got the dub over there. I think they're gonna, continue their success and have a dub against Hilltop.
All right, we got a Chula. What do you got?
I think Hilltop's gonna step it up. Take Hilltop.
I'm gonna go with Hilltop. There's some dogs over there.
I'm gonna go with Hilltop. They play hard. They play tough.
This is tough. This just is. I'm just gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with Chula.
Yeah.
Hilltop, you should be excited that these guys actually have that much respect for you, because that just shows, what that that game might have ended with some people getting ejected and some punches getting thrown. That was a little dicey. I'm going to abstain from voting for this one because I'm extremely biased, having done the grind. But I will say this: that if Chula wins this, look out for the fact that Chula might be the sleeper team of the year in the county. Like, these guys from just off the radar to completely in the driver's seat for maybe winning a D4 title, and you gotta respect a team that can do that. It's not a slow build up, but just all of a sudden they're bursting on the scene, they're taking down top teams. LCC, they're playing San Marcos.
Ooh, nice.
LCC San Marcos.
Got some boys.
I hear a lot of ooh. I'll start with this one. I'm saying LCC gets the bounce back dub after last week. They really impressed me versus Mission Hills.
Yeah, LCC, even though they lost last week, I feel like their team went to the locker room after the game and said, hey, we can play with anybody. We're a real team in San Diego. I think they believe that all year.
Yeah, 13-7 at halftime. No joke against Mission Hills.
Exactly. And I think even though Kyle Phillips is going to have a good game this Friday, I think LCC is going to pull it.
San Marcos.
San Marcos.
I'm gonna go with LCC.
Got San Marcos.
LCC.
There you go, San Marcos. A lot of love for you.
A lot of split. Game of the week potential.
We will be there for game night or for game day on Friday night. We'll be there. We will also be there to settle one of the biggest debates in the county. Who's better at Minecraft, Kyle Phillips or Moses Mooney? So Kyle, just letting you know, be ready. We're coming for that on Friday. Next one, La Jolla. Haven't talked about them at all. Sarah, haven't talked about them at all. So we're throwing some love to both these teams. I will start. I'll say La Jolla. Plain and simple.
I got to go on his back, piggyback on his back. I'm going to go La Jolla too.
I got La Jolla.
La Jolla.
All right, clean sweep for the Vikings. Our final game, this is a bonus game. It's on Saturday, and this is a bonus game because it's just going to be a good game. Bishops, SFC. Ooh. This one is for just, let's call it first place in the small school universe. Moses Mooney and Jeffrey Jackson and the Bishops air raid. But that SFC team in Dimitri, Washington, they're no joke. They're physical, they're gritty. This one's going to be fun. I'm going to say that just the passing attack, though, for Bishops has too much, and they end up winning it. But from all the 60s and 70s that Bishops and SFC have been scoring this year, this one's going to be dragged out. This is going to be like a 14-17 game or something like that.
Yeah, shout out to SFC one time. Played them 2 years in a row, and they play with heart. Every single game that they go into, they play with heart.
Yeah,
so I think they're gonna hit Bishops in the mouth early. But shout out to Coach Simons, shout out to Coach Shane.
Cole Simons?
Oh yeah, great guy, great.
Yeah, I know Cole
coach,
Simons.
Great linebacker coach.
He's not that good of a linebacker coach.
No, to me you are, coach. To me you are. I think the defense is gonna get ready for that. High-powered offense. I think Moses Mooney is gonna do his thing like he usually does. I think Bishops is gonna pull it
You
out.
guys got a dose of that.
Oh, and shout out to Isaiah Dawson. That's my bro right here.
All right, where are we going?
Got Bishops.
Bishop, shout out Moses.
Bishops, yeah.
That boy Moses Mooney, man. Bishops.
Man, I gotta give you guys a game ball for just being respectful to teams that you have both beat and lost to. That's what's up. Okay, we will see how all those play out. You guys out there in fandom world, come check out Grossmont versus Steel Canyon this week.
Oh yeah,
guys. Do you got it like a foothillers on 3 or something like that we can end on? Any fun chant, or are we just gonna end up with Pete?
G House on 3, G House on me, 1, 2, 3.
G House.